with the Disney stuff. So here we go. Now we're recording. I spent a good chunk of today, and you'll know it was today because I'm wearing the same outfit, making videos for you to talk through all of the choreography for the medley. Remember, this week we are actually doing the medley, audio and video. So you're wearing a red, yellow, or orange shirt, right? Everybody nod. Red, yellow, or orange shirt. And we're going to do our Disney medley choreography. So, since I took the time to make all these videos for the older kids, we're going to watch them. And we're going to practice one at a time. So, please check this out. It's going to be so creepy to see me and me. Anyway, it's okay. Here you go. Hey everybody, we're going to talk through the first part of the Disney medley and the movements that we're going to do. So before we get started, I want to identify that I am mirroring you. So this should be your right hand and this should be your left hand. There are times, and only a few times, that I'm going to refer to the side of the church as to who is going to go what direction. The beginning is one of those times. So for example, if I'm sitting on the right side of the room, I am going to move my hands with the words be. I'm going to say be. And my hand's going to be out here at an angle up. And then on the words are, the other side of the room is going to do it. Are. And then when we say guest, the opposite hand comes up. So everybody ends up like this. So for example, if I was sitting on the right side of the room, I would go be our guest. And if I was on the left side of the room, I would do this. Be our guest. And then we'll all come together when we say be our guest the second. So I'm going to pause me right there. And
Beautiful.
Claire, huh?
That is a amazing picture.
Oh, I know, right?
I'm gonna
I,
screenshot it.
oh, thanks. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, I'm gonna be like your background image. Anyway, so let me be very clear. My soprano ones, all of my people who sing part one in this piece of music, you are on the right side of the church. All of my part twos are on the left side of the church, which is exactly how you sat last time we were there. Macy, you were part one, you were soprano, you were on the right side of the church. So as we do this, you think right side. So far, all we have is be our guest or be our guest, depending on which side of the room you're on. All right, I'll let me continue now. And pull our hands down and put our hands on our waist for put our service to the test, like this. Put our service to the test, but we're going to bring them out and around from waist level. Be careful because in these videos, it's hard to tell where I am. So this is my waist level. So if I was on the right side of the church, be our guest, be our guest, put our service to the test, just like that. And if I was on the other side of the room, it would be our guest, be our guest, put our service to the test, just like that. Okay? We're going to move on through the song a little bit and then I'll add music. So we have tie your napkin around your neck, Cherie, and we provide the rest. And then we'll do soup du jour, hot hors d'oeuvres, while we only aim to serve. Oh, I lied. We're going to go with the right hand. Try the gray stuff. It's delicious. Don't believe me. And then both hands up. Ask the dishes. So let's review that much. So I'm going to pretend like I'm on the right side of the room for the sake of the beginning. Here we go. We have be our guest. Be our guest. Put our service to the test. Try your napkin round your neck, Cherie, and we provide the rest. Soup du jour, hot hors d'oeuvres, while we only aim to serve. Try the gray stuff, it's delicious. Don't believe me? Ask the dishes. So we've gotten that far. And then we're going to have the students who do they can sing, they can dance. Use your right hand first. They can sing, they can dance. And then there's a talking part. You know, after all, miss, this is friends. And we put our hands on our hips and say, And a dinner here is never second best. Just like that. Okay, then we're going to turn the page. So that was the moment. Hold on one second. That was the moment somebody walked in my classroom and I decided I was going to divide the recording into 2 videos. So hang on one second. I'm going to spotlight me and we're going to walk through this. So this should be.
Do you like my background?
Oh, I love you.
Round of applause, everybody.
Anyway, my friends, speak it with me. Do it with me, okay? I'm going to pretend like I'm on the right side of the room. Here we go. Be our guest. Be our guest. Put our service to the test. Tie your napkin round your neck, wow, I can't talk. Tie your napkin round your neck, Sherry, and we provide the rest. Soup du jour, hot hors d'oeuvres, while we only aim to serve. Try the great stuff, it's delicious. Don't believe me? Ask the dishes. They can sing, they can dance. After all, miss, this is friends. And a dinner here is never second best. Okay, ready for video number 2? You're so excited.
Yes, I guess so.
I'm sure.
Miss Romero,
Yeah, go ahead.
isn't it supposed to be we only live to serve?
I thought your name was Miss
Yeah,
Williams.
that was bugging me too because you said we only aim to serve. It's we only live to serve.
And
Yeah.
it just means that I had a lot going on. Now try to have a little patience for Mrs. Williams. And I got married.
Yes,
My last name was Romero, and now it's Williams. And technically my name is Judy Romero Williams, so it's all okay. So we're gonna move on. All right, all right.
excited.
Yay, me too. Oh, this is gonna be another one for your screenshotting pleasure. Let's hurry up and hit play. All right, so we're going to start at the menu. So we open our menu, we look at it, and we say, go on and fold your menu, take a glance, and then you'll be our guest. Other side, be our guest. So I did that from the right side of the room. If I was on the left, I would have said, go on and fold your menu, take a glance, and then you'll be our guest. Be our guest, be our guest. And my hands will come down. Then we'll focus in on the solos, beef ragout, cheese souffle, pie and pudding, and flambe. And then we'll sway. We'll prepare and serve a flair. Mrs. Williams can talk. We'll prepare and serve with flair a culinary cabaret. You're alone and you're scared, but the banquet's all prepared. No one's gloomy or complaining while the flatware's entertaining. And then you can hold still while the solos happen. We tell jokes, I do tricks with my fellow candlesticks. Hands on your hips, everyone sings, and it's all in perfect taste that you can bet. And then we'll go left and right. Come on and lift your glass. Well, you've won your own free pass. And then we go back to the be our guest that you're familiar with. So I'm right side of the room. Be our guest. Then the other side. Be our guest. And then together. Be our guest. Please be our, hands will come down, guest, and we'll march in place to supercalifragilistic. And we'll go there next. All right, so.
Your house is pretty.
Huh?
Your house is pretty.
Where I am right now? Or what
Where
you
you are in the video.
That's my school. But thank you. Did you like the bell in the background? That's how you knew I was at work.
Yeah, nice.
Wait, you're at your school right now?
No, the video was from school. This is me live. Hey, I'm wearing the same outfit because I have not changed clothes yet. So we're going to start back at the menu part. So we have go on and fold, and I want you to look at the menu. Now don't cover your face because then no one can hear you sing. So go on and fold your menu. Then you look up, take a glance, and then and then we do our be our guest bit. So just like the beginning, right side, left side, all together. So if I'm a right side person, be our guest, be our guest, be our guest. Yes, except there's a we instead of be, whatever. You know it. Hands come down. Aislinn does her thing. Beef ragout, Shreya, cheese souffle, Anya, pie and pudding, en flambe. And then we're going to sway right and left. So do that with me. We'll prepare and serve with flair a culinary cabaret. And then Carmen, you're lone and you're scared, Eva. But the banquet Eric's all prepared. No one's gloomy or complaining while the flatware's entertaining. Freeze. We tell
I think
jokes
it's
that you're
flatterings. Isn't flatterings?
never. Flatware, as in forks and knives. Trust me, I'm reading it. I'm actually reading it right now. So, I do tricks with my fellow candlesticks. Everybody's hands in your hips. And it's all in perfect taste that you can bet. You got to sell this, friends. That you can bet. And then we, classic right, left. Come on and lift your glass. You've got your own free pass. Right? Okay. Left side of the room. Be our guest. Other side of the room. Be our guest. And then everybody, be our guest. Hold it, please. Be our, and then sopranos come down, guest, while the altos start marching in place. Anytime you diddy diddy, which I cannot pronounce, or diddle diddle, you are marching in place very lightly. So far, so good? Let's add some music to that. Let's see how far we can get. So, even I am going to stand up. So I think you should do the same. Standing, friends. Matthew is
He
talking.
was responsible for hundreds of classic songs, yet he never had a music lesson. He is known as one of the great musical innovators of our time, yet he couldn't play a musical instrument. His name is Walt Disney, and in his lifetime, he transformed the world of entertainment and remains a genuine part of Americana. Tonight, in honor of the centennial of his birth, we present the very
Right side,
best
here
of
we
his
go.
musical world, celebrating 100 years of magic.
Be our guest, put our service to the test. Tie your napkin round your neck, sherry, and we provide the rest. Soup is sure, hors d'oeuvre, why we only live to serve. Try the great stuff, it's delicious, so believe me.
Ask the dishes.
We can sing, we can dance, after all this is France. And the dinner here is never second best. Go on and hold the door, then you take a glance, and then you'll be our guest. We are guests, be our guest.
Beef ragout, cheese souffle,
Pie and pudding en flambe.
We'll prepare and serve with flair a culinary cabaret.
You're now head, and the banquet's all prepared.
No one's gloomy or complaining while the flatware's entertaining.
we tell jokes, I do tricks with my fellow candlesticks.
And it's all in perfect taste that you can bet. Come on and lift your glass. You've won your own free pass to be our guest. Be our guest. Be our guest. Please be our guest.
Because I was afraid to speak when I was just a lad. My father gave me nose a tweak and told me I...
Okay, we haven't gotten to that part yet, so have a seat. All right. Let's put on the next video. All right, so we're on to supercalifragilistic. So we just finished with the diddle diddles, and we're marching in place for those. And then we get into the solo. So after the solo, we start with O, and we get into supercala. So you're going to put your hands on your hips, and you're going to we're going to move in a circle. We're going to lean right, lean forward, lean left, lean back. And we're going to do that twice. So it'll sound like you have two measures for each one. So supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. And you should make big eyes there. Come on. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, and you can even pull forward for that. So, did that make sense? So we're 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I'm sorry, right, and then forward, and then left, and then back, and then right, and then forward, but you're standing, so it looks much better. So let's try speaking it together. Here we go. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. And then we go right into the we start doing that. What do you guys think? We good? All right, we're going to start at the beginning. I love it all. We're going to start at the beginning because that's how you learn stuff. You keep adding on. So stand back up. Matthew, practice in your head or out loud at your house.
He was responsible for hundreds of classic songs, yet he never had a music lesson. He is known as one of the great musical innovators of our time, yet he couldn't play a musical instrument. His name is Walt Disney, and in his lifetime, he transformed the world of entertainment and remains a genuine part of Americana. Tonight, in honor of the centennial of his birth, we present the very best of his musical world, celebrating 100 years of magic.
Be our guest, put our service to the test. Tie your napkin round your neck, Sherry, and we provide the rest. Soup to show hot hors d'oeuvres, why we only live to serve. Try the fried stuff, it's delicious, don't believe me, ask the dishes. We can sing, we can dance, after all this is France. And the dinner here is never second best. Go on and hold your wine, you take a glance and then you'll be our guest. We are guests. Be a guest.
Beef ragout, cheese soufflé,
pie and pudding en flambe.
We'll prepare and serve with flair a culinary cabaret.
You're alone and you're scared,
The banquet's all prepared.
No one's gloomy or complaining while the flatbread's entertaining.
We tell jokes, I do tricks with my fellow candlesticks.
And it's all in perfect taste that you can bet. Come on and live your glass. You've won your own free pass to be our guest. Be our guest. Be our guest. Please be our guest.
Because I was afraid to speak when I was just a lad. My father gave me nose, a twink and told me I was bad. But then one day I learned a word that saved me aching nose. The biggest word you've ever heard, and this is how it goes.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
And have a seat. I have not taught that part yet. Oh, thank you for the cute little solo. I love it. All right. Next infamous video. Hey, if it makes you feel any better, all the older kids are having to watch my face tonight too. All right, here we go. All right, so part 2 of supercalifragilistic is really when we're pulling in, it's a small world. So it's a small world. I want to do some pretty simple motions. When you think of it's a small world, especially if you've ever been on that ride, it's just cute. And so when I think of it, I think of flowers, and we are going to bloom some flowers. So we're going to do, it's a world of laughter, a world of tears. It's a world of hopes and a world of fears. There's so much that we share that it's time we're aware. It's a small world after all. And then I really think that when you're doing that, while the supercalifragilistic people are leaning, it's going to look really cute together. So we'll do that simultaneously, and there's one of me, so I can't do both of those. But anytime an diddle 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 happens, you're gonna march in place. So and that happens later towards the end. When we get to the page 16, so you, my part one people doing It's a Small World. It's a small world after all. It's a small, small world. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again, it just gets faster. It's a small world after all. And we'll just keep that moving all the way to the end. As we get to the very, very end, you'll keep doing those motions, but you'll do them in time. And the supercalifragilistic people become diddle 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 diddle-eyes. And then on 18, everybody will be marching in place. And then we'll get ready for the finale with the course by course, and that'll be in your next video. Okay, all my nitpicky little friends who have decided that I read a word or two wrong. I did my best. Anyhow, I'm so glad I recorded this Zoom with me sticking my tongue out at you. That's awesome. So, I want to do this one part at a time. So can I have all my first my sopranos do this with me, and we're just gonna walk through the whole thing. So sopranos, right hand first. Here we go. It's a world of laughter, a world of tears. It's a world of hope and a world of fears. There's so much that we share that it's time we're aware. It's a small world after all. And then it gets a little faster. So keep going. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small, small world. And then it has a key change. And do it again. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small, small world. And then you're diddle-diddling. So now
I think it's a very large world.
I know, right? And for the record, I read every word very carefully just then. So if you think I'm wrong, you're wrong. I'm just kidding. All right. So let's pretend like I'm an alto. So looking at page 15. Supercala. Here we go. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. And then freeze, small, small, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something. Oh, was that right? No, it says the same words twice. Yikes, do that again. So, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, 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 small, small, everybody's now diddle 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 diddling. Yes?
Does not feel good for my stomach.
I think you'll survive. Back to the beginning, stand.
Yay!
Hey, I'm gonna do the alto part this time.
He was responsible for hundreds of classic songs, yet he never had a music lesson.
I am part 2.
He is known as one of the great musical innovators of our time, yet he couldn't play a musical instrument. His name is Walt Disney, and in his lifetime, he transformed the world of entertainment and remains a genuine part of Americana. Tonight, in honor of the centennial of his birth, we present the very best of his musical world, celebrating 100 years of magic.
Yes, we our guest. Put our service to the test. Tie your napkin round your neck, Sherry, and we provide the rest. Soup du jour, hors d'oeuvre, why we only live to serve. Try the great stuff, it's delicious, don't believe me. Ask the dishes. We can sing, we can dance, after all this is France. And the dinner here is never second best. Go on and hold the door, then you take a glance, and then you'll be our guest. We are guests, be our guest.
Beef ragout, cheese soufflé.
Pie and pudding en flambe.
We'll prepare and serve with flair a culinary cabaret.
You're alone and you're scared.
But the banquet's all prepared.
No one's gloomy or complaining while the flatware's entertaining.
We tell jokes, I do tricks with my fellow candlesticks.
And it's all in perfect taste that you can bet. Come on and live your life. You've won your own free pass to be our guest. Be our guest. Be our guest. Please be our guest.
Because I was afraid to speak when I was just a lad. My father gave me nose, a twink and told me I was bad. But then one day I learned a word that saved me aching nose. The biggest word you've ever heard, and this is how it goes.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. It's a world of laughter, a world of tears. It's a world of hopes and a world of fears. There's so much that we share that it's time we're aware. It's a small world after all. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. It's a small,
One more time!
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. 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 It's a small,
All right, sit down. Last video.
Finito video.
Huh? Oh, yes, finito video, the final one. Alrighty. All right, now for the finale. So when we get to chorus by chorus, we're all going to move together. So we're going to go right hand, chorus, left hand, by, and then just like our voices, we're going to move our hands up and chorus. One by one till you shout, enough, I'm done. Then we'll sing you off to sleep as you digest. And we're going to sway. Tonight you'll prop your feet up. But for now, let's eat up. Be our guest. Be our guest. Slowing down. Be our guest. Freeze. And then we're going to go right and left. So the students on the right side of the room, please. The students on the left side of the room will do be. And then the opposite hands will come in so that if I'm a right person, I'm going to go, please, be, are. If I'm a person on the other side of the room, I'm going to go, please, be, are. So that the middle of the room, the hands come together. So I'm going to treat it like the right side of the room. Please, be, are, and now you have to do this very slowly because we have 16 beats of guest. So you have to pull your hands down, maybe even bend your knees a little bit and come up guest for 16 long beats. And then put the T together and hold for the final instrumental part to finish. And that should be it. So I'm going to back up. I'm going to speak through that one more time. So we have chorus, by course, one by one, till you shout, enough, I'm done. Then we'll sing you off to sleep as you digest. Tonight you'll prop your feet up, but for now let's eat up. Be our guest. be our guest. Be our guest. Please be our guest forever for 16 beats and put the T together. And I'm sure you'll practice with the music tonight. How do you feel about that?
Okay, then.
Yay!
It's not too bad. Let's speak through that one time before we do the whole thing. So, course by course. Together. Ready? And course by course. One by one. Till you shout, enough, I'm done. Then we'll sing you off to sleep as you digest. I have upper hands. You see what I mean? Sing you off to sleep as you digest. And we'll sway. Tonight you'll prop your feet up, but for now let's eat up. Be our guest. Be our guest. Be our guest. Please be our. And then guest. Yes. Forever and ever. And Brianna's trying to tell me something. Actually, it's a glissando, Miss Brianna, and it's written in the music. Course by course. Yeah, call it what you want. You're right. I am. I'm letting it happen. Whoa. All right, the beginning. Here we go. Stand up, friends.
Responsible for hundreds of classic songs, yet he never had a music lesson. He is known as one of the great musical innovators of our time, yet he couldn't play a musical instrument. His name is Walt Disney, and in his lifetime, he transformed the world of entertainment and remains a genuine part of Americana. Tonight, in honor of the centennial of his birth, we present the very best of his musical world, celebrating 100 years of magic.
Be our guest, be our guest, put our service to the test. Tie your napkin round your neck, Sherry, and we provide the rest. Soup is your hors d'oeuvre, why we only live to serve. Try the great stuff, it's delicious, don't believe me. Ask the dishes. We can sing, we can dance, after all this is France. And the dinner here is never second best. Go on and hold the door, then you take a glance, and then you'll be our guest. We are guests, be our guest.
Beef ragout, cheese soufflé,
Pie and pudding en flambe.
We'll prepare and serve with flair a culinary cabaret.
you're alone and you're scared.
And the banquet's all prepared.
No one's gloomy or complaining while the flatbread's entertaining.
We tell jokes, I do tricks with my fellow candlesticks.
And with salt and perfect taste that you can bet. Come on and live your dashing wonder on free pass to be our guest. Be our guest. Be our guest. Please be our guest.
Because I was afraid to speak when I was just a lad. My father gave me nose and tweak and told me I was bad. But then one day I learned a word that saved me aching nose. The biggest word you've ever heard, and this is how it goes.
The sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I'm the lie. It's a world of laughter, a world of tears. It's a world of hopes and a world of fears. There's so much that we share that it's time we're aware. It's a small world after all. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. It's a small,
One more time.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. 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 It's a small, underline.
Did you make it?
I did it.
Woohoo! So now you gotta practice that.
No, yay.
So here's what I'm gonna do tonight. I don't know if y'all realize it. Let me show you a little something. Because I know a couple of you visit our YouTube, but it ain't everybody. So let's go over there and have a look-see at the good old YouTube.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie. And if
Hey, Miss Williams.
that's me.
You know that for article of the week for my school, we're reading about an island full of venomous snakes.
Oh.
Yes, and Itsy Bitsy Spider remix.
Hey now, look, you're seeing some of the stuff that I use to teach some of my special classes. So here we go. We're going to my other YouTube. It's going very slow. I don't do slow very well. Let's see.
What's Cuckoo Kangaroo?
I don't know. But if you go, what is this malarkey? I just want to see our stuff. Where's our videos? You guys are so much smarter than me when it comes to this stuff. Uploads. Let's go there.
It's right there where it says rehearsal to
You
11.
click on your face in the top like right.
Yeah.
And then
you
you'll see all your videos.
yeah, and
your
you see
channel.
your channel. Yeah, that's where you go.
Yay! Look, all these rehearsals.
That
I bet you didn't
size?
know they were there. Look at us rehearsing away. So, I will add tonight there. So by doing so, you'll get all of the videos plus the rehearsal, and then you'll be able to practice. How's that sound? Nod yes. Say okay. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this little link right here. I'm gonna go back to our classroom, which I thought would come up faster. Just in case you have somehow managed to lose the link to our Google Classroom or to our YouTube page, I'm gonna put it at the very top of our Google Classroom right now. Here it comes. Lumina Intermediate. There we are. Again, moving oh so not fast. There's our YouTube page again. It is now in the Google Classroom again in case you need the link. But I think we should practice this again. Let's do the whole thing again.
Yay!
Stand up. Let's do it. Sing. Make sure you're singing. Of course, Macy.
He was responsible for hundreds of classic songs, yet he never had a music lesson. He is known as one of the great musical innovators of our time, yet he couldn't play a musical instrument. His name is Walt Disney, and in his lifetime, he transformed the world of entertainment and remains a genuine part of Americana. Tonight, in honor of the centennial of his birth, we present the very best of his musical world, celebrating 100 years of magic.
Be our guest, put our service to the test. Tie your napkin round your neck, sherry, and we provide the rest. Soup is sure, hot hors d'oeuvre, while we only live to serve. Try the great stuff, it's delicious, don't believe me. Ask the dishes. Sing, we can dance, after all, this is France. And the dinner here is never second best. Go on and hold the door, then you take a glance, and then you'll be our guest. We are guests. Be a guest.
Beef ragout, cheese soufflé.
Pie and pudding en flambe.
We'll prepare and serve with flair a culinary cabaret.
You're alone and you're scared.
But the banquet's all prepared.
No one's gloomy or complaining while the flatbread's entertaining.
We tell jokes, I do tricks with my fellow candlesticks.
And it's all in perfect taste that you can bet. Come on and live your dash and wonder on free pass to be our guest. Be our guest. Be our guest. Please be
Because I was afraid to speak when I was just a lad. My father gave me nose and twink and told me I was bad. But then one day I learned a word that saved me aching nose. The biggest word you've ever heard, and this is how it goes.
The sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Underline. It's a world of laughter, a world of tears. It's a world of hopes and a world of fears. There's so much that we share that it's time we're aware. It's a small world after all.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. It's a small underline.
One more time.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. 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 It's a small underline. Course by course, one by one, till you shout, enough, I'm done. Then we'll sing you off to sleep as you digest. Tonight you're proud, you're made up, but for now let's eat up. Be our guest, be our guest, be our guest. Please be our guest.
Yay!
Hi. I think we've done really well, guys.
Is this live? Is this live? Are we on live on YouTube or?
No. I upload it later. So my friends, that is what we're doing this week. Real quick, while it's fresh in your brain, can we please turn to Tarzan while I've got 9 minutes left? And can we get the middle part? Let's just get the refrain going for us one more time.
I have a question.
Yeah, my dear.
When are we gonna do the video for Tarzan, or
So
is it
that's
gonna be the same day?
So this week is Disney Medley. Next week, we'll be recording the video. We've already got the audio for Tarzan. So not this week, but next week, we'll record the video for You'll Be in My Heart. I just want to keep it fresh in your brain, which is why I want you to just do the, let's just do it once and make sure we get some of the moves in there. And Macy, it's super, super, super simple. You'll see.
Okay.
So group one. Come stop your crying, it will be alright. Just take my hand, hold it tight. I will protect you from all around you. I will be here, don't you cry. And then group two. For one so small, you seem so strong. My arms will hold you, keep you safe and warm. This bond between us can't be broken. I will be here, don't you cry. 'Cause you'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart. From this day on, now and forevermore. Two hands. You'll be in my heart. And then say no. No matter what they say. Bring it up. You'll be here in my heart. Always. Why can't they understand the way we feel? They just don't trust what they can't explain. I know we're different, but deep inside us, here we go. They're not that different Yes, you'll be in my heart from this day on, now and forevermore. Don't listen to them, 'cause what do they know? We need each other to have to hold. They'll see in time. I know when destiny calls you, you must be strong. It may not be with you, but you've got to hold on. They'll see in time. I know everyone will show them together, 'cause you'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart. I'll be there from this day on, now and forevermore. The two hands. Yes, you'll be in my heart. No matter what they say, you'll be here in my heart. Always. Always.
I'll be with you.
We'll be there for you always. Always and always.
Just look up.
Okay, I can stop it there because our audio recording, by the way, that you all did last week, if I haven't said it out loud enough times, I am so proud of you. It was and is gorgeous. I cannot wait to get some really fun clips of you in 2 weeks acting silly and doing some cute dance moves so we can put it with it. Yay.
No.
And I plan to remember from this day on, now and forever. I couldn't seem to remember that for the last 5 minutes. But anyway, go ahead. Anya, what were you saying, lovey?
Miss Williams,
Yes.
someone is over my shoulder.
Creepy! No, it's not creepy. They're next to you. They're your best friend.
Actually over my shoulder though.
Yeah. Wow. So, Macy, you just have to know that this was an ongoing joke. They were like, why is somebody over your shoulder? How creepy is that? And then I was like, wait a minute. What they mean is looking over your shoulder at your friend next to you. They were just being silly.
But what if you don't have any friends?
Aislinn.
Well, then your life's kind of sad, honestly.
You
I
have
think
best
you need to
friends,
start
Abel.
talking to people.
Aislinn, what's your question, my dear?
Have you sorted us into the groups yet?
I have not. I spent all my time working on choreographing supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though it sounded really.
Yeah, that. Okay, so on that note, my friends, I'm going to stop said recording.